Rugged terrain posed problems, but for every obstacle, man's ingenuity had an answer. Stubborn, rocky ground was ripped and eventually conquered. In tough going, backhoes gouged a protective trench 3.5 feet deep. In easier ground, wheel-type ditching machines chewed out the trench, sometimes more than 3 miles a day. Under another $3 million contract, road transport brought steel pipes from tube makers of Australia. 14,000 tons of them. They were laid on the line near the ditch. The 10 3/4-inch diameter piping was thin-walled, but could withstand pressures over 1,200 pounds per square inch. Strength to carry up to 50 million cubic feet a day to Brisbane. A stringing operation laid the pipe along the route. Over the Great Dividing Range, progress was sometimes slow. The descent near Toowoomba was tough going. Wet weather occasionally added new problems, but the line pushed steadily forward. On the plains, the going was easier. But always new obstacles. Creeks and rivers had to be crossed, and pipes must fit ground contours. Powerful machines bent the pipes to carefully calculated angles. This time, the pipe had to be bent to pass under a creek. The water was dammed back to allow the trench walls to remain intact until the pipe was laid. Lengths were lined up and joins securely clamped for welding, the most important part of construction. Welding is the key to a sound job. Any pipeline, gas or otherwise, is only as strong as its weakest joint. In favorable conditions, a good team would complete up to 300 welds a day. After each weld, the joints were thoroughly cleaned and buffed. The firing line moved steadily along the 272-mile stretch to Brisbane. They made 42,000 welds. The welding operation was carried out in 3 phases, using an electric arc to melt and fuse the metal to the pipe joint. The electrodes were coated with a substance to reduce oxidization and form a shield of slag at the weld. First, a stringer bead weld. Then, grinding. Then, an intermediate, followed by a final capping weld. Every day, a fresh challenge in laying the pipeline through rough terrain. X-ray equipment was needed to detect possible minute flaws. The critical importance of every weld demanded thorough examination. Visual inspection would find some flaws, but not all. On the X-ray film, however, any faults were plainly visible. There's only one way to treat a reject joint. The entire joint has to be cut away and the job re-welded. A special bevel cutting machine removed the reject section. Then the ends of the pipes had to be cleaned again and clamped together to take the new weld. With long hours and pressure to speed construction, Smoko was always a welcome breather.